Thanks, Brienne. Hi, Troy.
Jack.
Would you say yesterday's game and today's game were comparable in terms of situations that you faced?
Yeah, for 100%. I mean, I think that, we wanted to get off to a good start today. And, I didn't think there was a much 5-on-5 flow today with all the penalties. Just the fact that, for example, yesterday, we had Douglas on the fourth line with Baudin and Castles, and he seemed to get much more ice time than Holscher. So it was difficult to get in rhythm. But, I did think we did a lot of good things. And, certainly wasn't happy with some of the second wave activity that they were hitting off the rush at times. But overall, I thought we played a really good game, and the penalty kill we thought was excellent tonight. Their goal was actually offside, which was missed. So that was unfortunate for the PK unit, but overall, I think it was a real solid game by everybody.
When you get up 4-1 midway in the first period, sometimes things can go strange, especially with the Marlies. We've seen that thinking back a year ago. But nonetheless, shutting them down for 50 minutes. I know Sjogard had another outstanding game today, but you look at your team defense and the way you were able to accomplish that. What do you point to as the biggest factor?
Well, I think that there was a lot of discussion in between both intermissions about playing the right way and doing the right things from a defensive perspective. Trying to protect the middle of the ice as much as possible. Obviously, there's going to be breakdowns as there is in every hockey game, but overall, I thought we managed the third period, which is, it's been a contentious situation at times this year, but I think we've done a much better job recently. And tonight was one of those nights where you knew they were going to make some pushes. And I just felt that the message was that if we played the right way, we would maybe get the fifth goal. But we didn't need to open it up. We just had to continue to track and get above the puck and make them work for their chances. So overall, I really liked the third period, and obviously the penalty kill responded, in a number of ways tonight, specifically in the third, which, a goal could have certainly changed the dynamics of the hockey game. And then obviously the 2 5-on-3s was certainly important to the game as well.
You seem to have had the Marlies number this year, at least based on the record. Do the guys get up a little bit more for the Marlies, or is it just the way you're playing?
Well, I think it's probably how we're playing in terms of our team getting better. Like we faced a Laval team 4 straight to start the season, and they've obviously been the best team in the division. So I think scheduling has some things to do with that. There are nights or years you actually match up better with some teams more than the others, but I don't think it's anything specific. I just think that in a weekend like this, where we weren't really completely satisfied with our games against Laval, that, we came ready. And when you have young guys continually improve and you get your captain back, and then you get key saves in both games. Those things add up to wins and good performances.
So you've gone back to back with Sjogard. Mandolese obviously is very much in the picture here. Do you see them splitting it the rest of the way?
Yeah, we'll have to just evaluate here as we move forward. Next week is a 1-game week, so unfortunately, it's going to be one guy, and it'd be much easier to balance the goaltending situation the week after because we play Manitoba 4 games. So certainly both those guys will get looks, and then obviously there's always a chance to get Gus back based on some injuries in Ottawa as well. So we're just going to enjoy these 4 points. It was great to come down to Toronto and not only get back on the winning track, but sweep them and take tomorrow off, and then we'll get back to work. And it would be nice to go into Laval and win one there. It's always been a struggle this year. I think we're 2-7, and it's our last game of the year against them. So it'd be fantastic to be at full strength and go in there and give them what I would hope be our best effort against them this season and come out with the 2 points.
Belleville penalty killers outscored Toronto's power play today. As somebody who kills a lot of penalties, how much of a source of pride is that for you and those that kill penalties?
Yeah, it's been very nice. Obviously, things are clicking right now. We had a meeting earlier in the year. I think we're letting a goal in every game for like 4 or 5 straight. So we had a meeting after that, and since that meeting, like on the, I don't want to say 6th game in, things have been changing around, and we've been usually having clean sheets every game. So it's been nice, and just trying to build momentum for the 5-on-5 game.
Is that as much a case of familiarity? Because obviously you work with guys that you've worked with not only this year, but for the most part last year in the penalty kill, and perhaps a touch more aggressiveness than you might have had earlier in the season?
Yeah, I think, a lot of the same guys, me, Cass, Bader, Bodes, we played a lot of penalty kill last year together. And then we have some new guys who are obviously played penalty kill in junior, so they know what it's all about. And just trying to build momentum, like I said, and it's been a lot of fun.
Do you approach these games any different than you would be, say, if the playoffs were in play, if Belleville was in play for a postseason spot? Are you trying to get your mental game to the same level as you normally would under different circumstances?
Yeah, I think you got to play every game like it's your last. And I know there's no playoffs this year, and all the boys know that, but people are trying to prove themselves to get contracts next year, or, to get a late call up into the Sens organization later in the year. So, there's lots to play for. If you put your mind to it, I'm sure it's not too hard to get out for every game.
Thanks a lot. Congrats.